Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Texas Beach Mom, or Mama Robin if you prefer. Um, and if you've been here before, then not welcome back, just welcome. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope anybody that was in the path of Milton's doing okay. I know that Florida got hit twice, Milton and Helene, and the other states. There was three other states that got hit from Helene: North Carolina, Georgia, and I don't get mad at me. I can't remember the other one. I'm so sorry. But if you've been hit by either one, I'm so sorry. I hope you're getting the help you need. Friends, family, donations. I hope everybody's fine. Now, people who do watch me know that today is Watch Wednesday. Oh, because it is Watch Wednesday, I will go ahead and stick with my plan and go ahead and talk about Watch today. However, that being said, I almost didn't. We were going to have a video today, but I almost talked about the Menendez brothers instead. Because that shit is unfolding right before our eyes. They may get a new trial or they may even get released. And as I said in my Friday Night Live, if Gypsy Rose can do what she did and walk around and be a celebrity, they at the very least deserve a retrial. They were badly abused. But we're not doing the Menendez. We're going to go ahead and do Chris Watts. Now, the reason why I hesitate a lot of times talking about Watts is because there's nothing new. Ever. Ever. Now, a lot of the bigger creators do go back and they do reanalyze old clips, old videos, old information, and they bring it into light in a new way. And while it's not new information, it might be helpful to bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get frustrated because that's all I can do is bring back old stuff. But I guess I shouldn't be frustrated because bringing back old stuff that we ain't seen before might be very, very helpful. Then we might see something new that we didn't see previously. We might be able to evaluate something new that we didn't evaluate previously. So bringing back old stuff and reevaluating, as much as I kind of used to put that down, might not be a bad thing. And by the way, while I'm bringing this up, anybody that goes through the work of putting these videos together, you do your own research, you put the video together, you do the editing, you do all that. Congratulations, and I'm not being a smartass, I'm being serious. Because while I do my own research, I don't know how to do some of the editing stuff. So, congratulations to everybody that does that stuff. Because even if I don't agree with your point of view, you're putting a lot of work and effort into something, and you're turning out good product. You're turning out good content. So, I do congratulate you for that. I do my own research, but I don't know how to do any of that editing stuff. And the way people be getting copyright strikes lately, I'm not sure that I want to. I'm kind of laying back and trying to learn that a little bit. But it is Watch Wednesday, and I've been doing like others. I was reevaluating, old clips and stuff. And I went back and I was looking at a clip this morning, just this morning, about the basement when that lady, those two girls, those two cops were there at the house with their dog, and the dog was in the basement. Okay, I went back and I looked at that because to this day, I will swear to you hands down that Shanann died in that basement. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, and if I am, then I'm wrong. But I still believe she died in the basement. But my guess was because there was a carpet down or mat or whatever you want to call it down at the bottom of the stairs, and that mat had been rolled up and put on a shelf, and the carpet shampooer was not that far from it. My theory was that maybe she was killed there on that mat or the rug or whatever. she was killed during that, and then that's why the shampoo was out, and that's why it was rolled up and put it on that shelf. But after rewatching this, I still think she died in the basement. I'm still convinced of that. But I may be wrong as to where. When the when the female officer has the dog, and the dog is going off, there's a bed in that basement. We all know that, and not too from the bed. There's some other stuff, and there's a window, but kind of across from the bed, there's a whole bunch of like totes and boxes and stuff, stacks and stacks and stacks. Dog is really interested in that area there, that corner there. So I wonder if maybe, hear me out, and if you agree with me, great, and if you don't, I understand. Matter of fact, I welcome your opinion. But I'm wondering if maybe, because this has been discussed too, she come home on the main level. She goes upstairs to check on the kids. They were fine. She goes over to her bedroom. Chris is not in bed. So she's like, in her head thinking, I know where this asshole's at. He's down in that basement in that damn bed down there. So she goes down there to confront him. And it happens down there by that bed, because that corner that the dog is going off on is across from the bed. You know what I'm saying? So instead of it being at the foot of the stairs like I originally thought, I still think it happened in the basement, but I don't think it might not have happened at the foot of the stairs like I thought. It may have happened somewhere near that bed. A lot of people are going to come back and say, well, she came home and she caught Chris and Nikki in bed together. Maybe, but I don't think so. And I'll tell you the reason I don't think so. And I keep referring to Dylan's book, The Cell Next Door. And I refer to it a lot because, and this is something else I wanted to talk about today. The Cell Next Door is Dylan Tallman's book. And a lot of the bigger creators do not even use that as a reference. They just don't. They don't use Sherilyn Cadles as a reference, which I get it. Sherilyn Cadle lied. And like in her book, Letters to Chris, the letters that he wrote her are his letters, or letters from Chris. The letters he wrote her are really his letters. They're his letters. They're his writing. It's his wording. That part is true. But she admits that the letters were his, but she admits there was other stuff in there that she embellished. So people don't reference her book, and I get it. I don't reference her book either. But I do reference his, and as I explained before, according to Dylan, and so far there's no way to prove him wrong, according to Dylan, him and Chris were buddies. They were best friends. They were like brothers. A man is more likely to tell his best friend or his brother he's more likely to tell that best friend, that buddy, the truth over some old lady that he's writing letters to. So while I get not referencing Sherilyn Cadle's book, to dismiss Dylan's book, I don't think is a wise idea, because I think he was far more honest with Dylan than he has been with anybody else. Obviously, he was far more honest with Dylan than he was his own parents, because they're still sure that Shanann killed the kids. Jesus. Anyhow, back to the basement. So, based on Dylan's story, it did happen in the basement. Or Dylan's book, it did happen in the basement. What Chris apparently told him. And according to what Chris told him, and I have said this every time we talk about this, according to what Chris told him, Nikki wasn't there. Nikki wasn't there until after he killed Shanann, when he called Nikki and told Nikki, I've killed Shanann. And she's kind of like, well, now that you've killed Shanann, you might as well kill your kids too. And he was like, okay. So I don't know. I don't know, but I'm starting to wonder now if maybe she confronted him while he was in bed. Like maybe he had laid down in bed and went to sleep. Maybe Nikki had been there and had went out that window. Maybe Nikki had been there and went out the window and then showed up again later. I don't know, and neither does anyone else. But that was kind of what I wanted to talk about, was going over old clips. Going over old clips. And just reevaluating the information you have, you know. So while I still think it happened in the basement, I may not be right about it being happening at the foot of the stairs, which when I put that into proper perspective, that does sound a little off. It is more likely that she confronted him, if he was in bed, that she confronted him in bed. There is a possibility, as some people believe, that she was ambushed at the bottom of the stairs. I don't think she was ambushed at the bottom of the stairs. Or at least not in the way most people mean it. But maybe that part's true. That's what I'm saying. The advantage to going over the old clips and re-examining the old clips and looking at them with a new light, the advantage to that is simply that you might find something that you didn't see before, So that's the advantage to those. So for all the hell I give people, or all the times I've made comments that it's not new information, it's old information, it is. And I'm sorry for making light of it, because I've been recently going back through some of the old clips again and going, oh, wait a minute. I didn't notice this before. I didn't see this. And speaking of old clips, I need to go back through and find who did this, but I saw a clip today of an Officer Kathy Lines at the Conoco station by their house. I think it's the same Conoco station that Chris stopped at when he used the ATM to pay the babysitter. But she was canvassing the neighborhood, and she was in that Conoco, and she was talking to a couple of employees there. I've never seen the video clip I ran across the day. I'd never seen that particular clip before even. Anyway, I was watching this video clip, and she's just talking to employees, and you don't think a lot about it. One of the employees tells her, yeah, there was a woman in here yesterday, claimed to be a friend of Shanann's, and she's saying that Shanann came home that night, late night, and kissed her husband and went to bed, and he never saw her again. Oh, this is what this employee was telling the officer, right? Are you following? Okay. Employees telling this to an officer that some woman came in and told them this. I'm wondering if that woman was Nicole. Spreading information or talking about information. And this was before the police were canvassing. This was on the 14th. This happened on the 13th. Shanann was killed on the 13th. The day of the 14th, this officer was canvassing and talked to those employees. But a woman had been there the day of the 13th, the day of the murders, claiming to be a friend of Shanann's and saying that she came home late from work and she kissed her husband and went to bed, and that was the last he saw of her. Who the hell would have done that? If I find that clip again, I'm going to do another video. I'll probably do it as a short, but I will do another video and I'll give you the information so y'all can go watch it yourself, because I don't remember ever seeing that clip anywhere. I don't remember seeing it, but I found it today. I was going through YouTube and I was pulling up old clips and stuff, and I just happened to stagger onto this clip of a Kathy Lyons police officer. She was canvassing the neighborhood. She was in Conoco. She was talking to a couple of women that worked there, and they told her that the day of the murders, some woman had been in there claiming to be a friend of Shanann's. So I wonder if that was Nicole. Already up to shit. You know what I mean? So there is that. Now, that's really all I have for today. If I do find that clip, I will put up another video, either with a link to that clip or discussing that clip and telling you who did it so you can go watch it yourself. Either way, you'll have enough information to go watch it yourself. Or I might edit this video and add that link. I don't know yet. Either way, when I find it, you'll know about it. Because I want everybody that sees this today to go watch that clip. It ain't much. Like I said, it's on the 14th of August, the day after, when Shanann and the girls are still missing. And this female officer is canvassing the area. She's in a Conoco. She's talking to an employee, and they told her about a woman that had been there the day before, claiming to be a friend of Shanann's. Who the fuck was it? Anybody got an answer for that? That's why I'm going to find this clip. And when I do, I'm going to provide you the information so y'all can go see this yourself. So, that's really all I have today. Now, because I did mention the Menendez brothers, and I don't know why that name gets stuck on my tongue. Can't roll it out, but it does. That will be Friday night's live. So this Friday night, I'll be doing my Friday night live like I do every Friday night now. It'll be at 10 p.m. Central because that's when I do them. And I think this time we're going to talk about the Menendez brothers. Damn it, I wish I could say that name. We're going to be talking about that case because they're big on the news right now. They could be released. So that'll be Friday night. And again, if I get that information, if I find that clip again, you'll know about it. So I want everybody to have a beautiful and blessed day. Sorry this one's so short. Sorry I look like hell. I hurt my eye Monday. I cut the eye. Like, I scratched the surface of the eye and it was a mess. It was still really bad Tuesday, and then when I woke up this morning it was pretty good. But I didn't want to risk getting makeup and crap all around it and possibly making it bad again. So I just pulled my hair back on ponytail and said, hell with it. But anyway, yes, when I stagger onto that clip again, I will post it. And Friday nights will be the Menendez brothers. Otherwise, y'all be safe. Be good to each other. Take care of each other. If your birthday, happy birthday. If it was recent, I missed it. Happy late birthday. If you got one coming up before next Wednesday, happy early birthday. Everybody take care of yourselves and be good.